As Pastor Dave said today, he called it soul fatigue. I called it soul tired. My soul was just tired. I never had time with fellowship with God, and I missed that time. It was like I wasn't getting answers to prayers. I remember God speaking to me once, and he said, "What would your prayer life be like? What would your life be like if on Sunday mornings you thought about me and not about what you need to do, or doing laundry when you get home from service, or mopping the floor, or folding the laundry? What would it be like if you just concentrated on me?" And the relationship changed. I knew I wanted to be a physician when I was 8 years old. I'm the daughter of a pastor, and so helping is sort of in me. But the medicine just fascinated me, and helping people, and the whole idea, the science of medicine, was just fascinating to me. First of all, as a woman, I take care of women. I'm an OBGYN, and so that means I do female surgeries, and I deliver babies. And so, you know, babies don't come on a scheduled time. They come whenever they want to come, and a lot of those times were Sundays. And so Sunday just became another work day for me when a baby was due. And so I stopped delivering babies, which is one of the things that I love the most about medicine. Because if you think about it, delivering babies is the only happy part of medicine. Everything else is where people are sick and they go to the hospital, or they need a surgery and they go to the hospital. They go from sick to better, but not well. In obstetrics, women are just healthy women having a baby. They go to the hospital to get a prize, and then they go home. So there were times when I would have a C-section Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, make it to church at 9:30, leave church at 11, go back to the hospital and do something else. And, you know, I'd be at the hospital until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoons. And if, you know, somebody went into labor, I would be there all night. It became a chore rather than a joy. And that's not what I went into medicine for. Yes, I went into medicine to help people, but I did not go into medicine to kill myself. And part of that, you know, part of the working was my father instilled in all of his children a work ethic. You know, you go to work. You want to eat, you go to work. And that's true with women as well as men. Your identity is in what you do. My identity is no longer in what I do, it's in whose I am. I am a child of the King. And first and foremost, my identity is in Jesus Christ. For a time, I forgot that. And for a time, I let work deflect me from my personal relationship with Him. And that had to change. Ordinarily, the TV does not go on. It's praise and worship music while I get ready to go to service, and then it's prayer right before I leave the door. It's no longer checking emails, because I teach also, and I have students who send me papers. And if I check my emails on Sunday morning, then I'm sitting there working. So the computer doesn't even go on. It's praise and worship music, prayer, and then I head to church. And you know, the way God explained it to me is how long would a marriage last if you only spent 5 minutes a day with your spouse? It wouldn't last very long. So how long does your relationship with God last if you only spend 5 minutes a day with Him? There's always, I call it a character changing moment. You know, I'll learn something, like in the Revelation study. I was doing that along with Pastor Dave when he was doing Revelations. And that was part of the Sabbath rest for me, was, you know, John was in the Spirit on the Lord's Day. Am I in the Spirit on the Lord's Day, or am I thinking about something else? And so that was a character changing moment. All of us have struggles, and all of us have trials, and all of us have bad things happen to them. But in all of that, I have to remember that I'm His. And anything that happens to me or for me had to pass through His okay first. I'm much better than I used to be. Life is so much sweeter now.